Nobody, anywhere, ever built a future based on what they don't know and don't have. But everybody has something, and every place has something. One of the most important things I think that contributes to human dignity is some sense of agency. We need to have some sense of agency over our economy, because if we don't, it's really hard to think there's a tomorrow, if it can all just be ripped out from under you because someone far away from here makes a decision that sends everybody spinning off into some other place.
Community is rooted in place. It's rooted in proximity and what you have access to and can get to or exchange with. So the challenges that rural communities, smaller communities have aren't dissimilar from what urban neighborhoods experience. I think whether you live in a community of 300 or you live in a community of 3 million, the challenge is, how do we circulate our money in a local way? How do we actually tether money into the community from which it's being generated?
We decided to start the community economies pilot because, of course, we've been learning here, but then you start to look around the world and go, let's get together with some other communities and see what they're learning and what they know.
The aspects of this pilot and looking at community economics would be a radical change from the way economic developments had ever been done here before. And it was really felt that this was time that we really had to take control of this ourselves.
We've been operating in a growth pattern that is beyond the limits of nature. And so let's stop a minute and think about that. Then comes the question of, how do we build economies that support place? And I think we can do that, but we have to in a way that is regenerative, that is mindful and respectful of the environmental impacts, the cultural impacts, the social impacts. Then I think we can create an economy that grows within the limits of our human capacities to understand what's happening to us, but also we understand that the economy has to be a wholly owned subsidiary of the environment. The magic is in the practice. We have to find the right frameworks that bring everybody together, that you constantly interrogate and question and reshape. And that's exactly how you build economies at any scale. And when you get down to the practice of things, you are on the ground, tangled up with each other, and I think that's where the answers are. No matter what challenges we humans have, it all has to get solved in local places. And it's our ability in any place to come together and act collectively in our local communities is the key to everything. I don't think there's any other way forward. Everything else is just a theory.